All right, Brendan Foister, we are live here with a Game 2 of the 48th District Tournament on Monday night. We've got the number 2 seeded Rockcastle County Lady Rockets against the Somerset Lady Briar Jumpers. Looking at the contest here, Brendan, it looks like to me, even though Rock got the 2 seed, it's hard for me not to say Somerset's a little bit of a favorite here. They played twice. Somerset won by 16, and then Rock won by 4.
Wow.
So that means that they don't do point differential. It's always a coin toss.
So this is the rubber match.
Rubber match
for season.
The trilogy
continues right here. Yeah, you look at the records, James, 20-8 from the state champion and Hall of Fame coach, Coach Noble from Rockcastle, getting things done. The last thing that they did was a win against Russell County away, 54-28. So you're going to see fundamentally sound Rockcastle team, but then on the other side of the ball, you got Somerset Lady Jumpers coming in at 18-11.
I do know their band is rocking up here.
I know, my head is like throbbing right now. And I look at them, and I see number 12, Kate Bruner, as the 5'8" forward guard senior for the Jumpers, who is the straw that stirs the drink to what Coach Cassandra McWhorter, which I know her as Cassandra Peak. She played for Austin P, and that girl can ball in the 12th region for Lincoln County. When she graduated when I did in 2001, she changed the game. So definitely she's got a little bit of her in Bruner's game. Of course, Bruner is the one that kind of gets their offense going, number 11. She's playing with the knee brace here. And very young team around Bruner, but you're going to see a lot go through her tonight.
Welcome to Sports Den,
the one-stop shop that has all your sporting needs.
Sports Den has the largest selection of sporting equipment, including the best quality baseball and softball gloves by Wilson, Rawlings, and Mizuno, and bats by Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, and DeMarini. Show off your school spirit and represent your favorite team. Looking for the perfect Christmas gift? Look no further than a Letterman jacket. Sports Den is your number one stop shop for the modern athlete and casual fan. Call Sports Den 606-678-4484, conveniently located between stoplight number 19 and number 20 on Highway 27.
We're back on the air, so We're about ready to show you the glamorous Coach Woodcock. He is enjoying himself a nice sandwich.
This is great.
And looks like he's supporting Somerset in this game, Brandon. What do you think about that?
Feeling maybe just conflicted after the big win. You celebrate it with a chili dog, cheese solution, and a nice lonesome view from the Somerset student section group here.
All right. Coach Woodcock, we hope you enjoy your moment in fame here. So, thank you for everything you do, Coach Woodcock. And I thought you'd stay impartial in this game and you would show your favoritism to Somerset, but,
well,
it is what it is.
We'll talk about our famous Briar jumpers that we know. Of course, our Somerset City Mayor, Alan Keck, is an alumni from the Somerset High School. Of course,
Brandon, let's flip this around. Let's listen to starting lineups.
Okay.
All right, I know that Cassandra can coach, but I'm giving the coach to Christy Noble for the state championship and state. I don't know if it's runner-up or Final Four of the year. They lost on a controversial couple
experience
calls.
on that sideline when you've been there and done that goes a long way this time of year.
And,
and settle
is
your
green
group
her
in.
lucky color instead of going with red or blue for Rockcastle County?
Yep.
Coaches are superstitious. Maybe, that's what's got her through before. So I understand that completely, being a former coach.
Other famous Briar jumpers that we know of from the FBLA chapter at Somerset High School, Alan Lewis. Famous Briar jumper. Yeah.
No way.
Absolutely. DECA FBLA.
Is he here?
I don't know
Okay.
if I know if he's here or not. I'm
Well,
gonna say that he is.
Somerset now does not have an FBLA chapter, just all DECA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Somerset side also famous Briar jumpers. We would go Steve Watkins from the Briar jumpers. Steve Watkins, who is the arts humanities teacher.
I'm going to tell you right now, 11 is a player. When she turned around and just took that and knocked it down. So is it Talon Shearer?
Talon Shearer it is. Getting things going here for the Rockets as Bruner, number 12 and number 11, both Bruners tonight. Katie and Grace. Grace is number 11. Katie is number 12. Dribble drive handoff here as number 3, Jalen Dye, an 8th grader for the jumpers, has it. Here is Grace Bruner, puts it on the floor.
I agree with that foul call.
And she's a solid player for the Briar jumpers as she's been through the fire as well, that Grace Bruner.
See Mike Hogue refereeing for sure, so I know the other two, but I need to learn
Katie
names.
Bruner shoots the first 3 for the jumpers, hits nothing.
Nice rebound by Shear. Running.
Here's number 14, Keely King, going to go coast to coast, thought about it. Turnover, Grace Bruner with it, dribbling it up here for the Briar jumpers.
Nice pull up.
Hits nothing as well. They've yet to hit iron as the rebound is cleaned up by number 11, Combs.
Number 1, Combs.
Number 1, Combs. Haley Combs, number 1 in our hearts here, I guess. for the Briar Jumpers, putting them on the board, tying this ball game up at 2 apiece.
Now, you just said Briar Jumpers #1 in our hearts, Brandon. I'm going to disagree. This is the Women's Sports Network.
Totally, I agree.
So you got in the rhythm of our girls.
Yeah, facts are optional here. But for this game, I guess so. We'll go with the Somerset here.
Wide open.
Shearer
good block
tries to
by
lay it up.
Shearer. Wow.
She's met by number 11. Talon Shearer says, no soup for you. Mackenzie Fisher for the Briar Jumpers.
Oh, my God. I just got the worst news from Nate Unthink.
Oh, no.
I'll let you read it aloud so I know this is a girls'
Nate
game.
Unthink says Blankenship got his MRI results back after his injury versus Boyle. Will tore his ACL and meniscus, and we're praying for Will Blankenship tonight and his family. Heart goes out to that young man. We are Will Blankenship fans here, and I hate that. I know Coach Fraley tore him up to talk about it, really, this evening when we got to talk to him. So prayers go out to Will Blankenship. Will, wishing you a speedy recovery. And
it's like after we got the cracker news from Susie, it's almost like a roller coaster ride. When something gets you out of high, you got to have a low to come back down, and that was the low there, hearing that about Will.
Hate to hear that.
Thank you, Nate, for the
Here's
update.
Jalen Dye. I'm sorry, Haley Combs for the Briar Jumpers. Puts it up for 2 for the Jumpers. Here's number 10 for the Rockets.
Knocked it down.
In the corner. Cameron Cash comes from the long lineage of Cashes.
I wonder if that's a
Rockcastle
little sister
basketball.
of Aaron.
I want to say there's probably a relation there. There's got to be. Or daughter, maybe.
Now, one of my favorite lady players come through here was Whitney Cash, and she was amazing.
I remember Whitney Cash. Here it's tipped out of bounds by Grace Bruner. Ball is going to stay with the Jumpers. Mackenzie Fisher's coming out of the game.
A good early contest, 6-5, Brendan. I expect it to probably be like this most of the game.
So we got Di Combs, Katie Bruner, Grace Bruner, and now number 10 for the Jumpers, who is Taya Mills.
Oh, man, they're fighting out here. Bruner and this little number 32 are going at it defensively.
Here's Combs down to Bruner. Nice pass down low to her to look for. She's met by 2 defenders by the Rockets, and it's stolen away.
That's a nice double team, Brendan, on the baseline.
32, Carly Smith for the Rockets. Going to run the offense. Finds her shooter 14 in the corner.
That's a pull-up.
Nice look down low. Both teams looking down low early here to get things going. Here is number 14 for the Rockets, and she's red hot. Keely King. Make it 8-6 Rockets now. Katie Bruner now has the ball for the Bruners. Dribbles baseline. Tries to kick it out to the corner. It's deflected out of bounds.
Shearer's everywhere right now on defense, and I love that name, Kaylee King. That's such a good ring to it. A+ to the parents for the naming convention here.
Sophie Barnes, whose mom and dad are proud PCHS alumni. Levi Barnes.
Yes.
Played football for the Maroons back in the early 2000s, and their daughter is a jumper. How does that happen, James?
No comment. Okay. Shearer's got the rebound, bringing it down the court. So good outlet.
Good spin there. All right, 32, Carly Smith here for the Rockets.
Whoa.
Looking at around here. Here's Keely King
dribbling
dribbling
out
it.
of bounds.
Out of bounds. Turnover. It's going to go Jumpers. So in for the Jumpers, we have Mills. We have Combs.
Suddenly, I see a lot of PC fans here after the girls' game is over with, sitting on the Somerset side.
Yeah. Dye, Bruner, and Barnes.
Sounds like a book company.
Barnes and Noble here. Here's Grace Bruner trying to make something happen. Met with a lot of contact, and no call was made. As, again, it kind of reminded me of what you said, James, in our first game with Madeline Butcher. She's just trying to get contact, not trying to make a basketball move.
Sheer. She's a player. I've already called it out right there. I knew that was going to be good. 10-6,
Taylor Shear, number 11 at the top here. Kicks it off to Dye. Dye's going to dribble into the lane. Met with a lot of contact. They're going to call blocking on.
I'm going to agree, Brandon. If she was there and she was positioned there, that would have been a good one, but she's turned sideways, and so.
Yeah, number 32, Carly Smith was the call, and Hall of Fame coach is saying, hey, what's going on? She had her hands out. She was ran over.
I like the sleeves that Christy's wearing. The sleeves make her look like a rock star.
Rocking green.
She holds out the arms.
Looking for the luck of the Irish tonight, maybe? A little superstitious, the coach from the Rockets here.
Looks like she's not aged ever since I coached against her like 10 years ago.
Christy Noble and Cassandra McWhorter here, both coaches going at it in this early district competition. It's been a barn burner right now, as it's a good one right here at Pulaski County Gym. As
that
King.
cross court pass was not there, so it got deflected and went off bounds of Rockcastle. But
we're seeing a lot of teams
decision.
do that, and we saw our team, the Maroons, turn the ball over a lot in the regular season with that cross court pass. Dribble drive offense by the jumpers. Here is Combs at the top of the key, Dye. Jalen Dye was the one that let it go, and it was out of bounds, Rocket ball. Full court pressure by the jumpers here. Try to slow the Rockets down. As number 3, Haven King has it for the Rockets. Kicks it over to 32, Carly Smith. Smith back to King, King back to Smith. Smith's going to set it up at the top of the key for the Rockets. Cameron Cash is in motion. Here is Smith.
That pass was not there. Oh, I don't know how she saved
Into
that.
the corner for Keely King for 3. It's in and out. Rebound Mills for the jumpers. She's going to bring it up and kicks it over to Dye in the corner, an 8th grader for the jumpers. Here's Combs, number 1, handling the rock for the jumpers now. Is going to slow it down as the Rockets go man-to-man here.
Hey, I really like Haley Combs, Brandon. She looks like she is a player. And just a freshman, too, my God.
Barnes handling it off of her butterfingers, out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Rockets.
I'm going to tell you that the sky's the limit for number 1.
Yeah, you're right. We're seeing a lot of young players right now that the future is bright for all 4 teams here in the district that we can see here. So that's very impressive. Number 1 for the Rockets is Taylor King. A lot of Kings, a lot of Smiths here for the Rockets.
And 1. She's too big, too strong. Beautiful pass.
Taylor Shearer, 6'1" junior. So you're going to have another year of her. And you got to think Coach Noble loves that player.
She's going to be a handful if they make it through to Wednesday night. Missed the free throw, but she has 6 early points, Brandon.
In to check in for the Rockets in the next
Wide
dead
open,
ball is
wide
a number 2, the freshman Spivey.
Just missed it.
Mills just couldn't finish it. As number 14, Keely King, handling the rock for the Rockets.
Oh, no. Well, I thought she turned it over.
Trying to kick it over to
court.
Carly Smith, who's going to run the offense here for the Rockets. There's Cameron Cash. Hands it back to number 11, Shearer.
Wide open. Got her feet set.
Cash lets it go. No good. Rebound Mills. Here comes to Dye. Back to number 1, Combs. Comes to a dribble stop. Kicks it back to Mills. Combs set up for a 3 in the corner. She receives the pass from Mills. In and out. No good. And Dye follows the miss.
The bag. Nice
finds
pass.
Katie Bruner.
Wow, showtime. Very nice play.
Great feed there.
Bruner to Dye.
Unselfish basketball there from the jumpers. Trying to speed the tempo up here. Trying to speed the Rockets up.
Knocked it down.
It's number 1, Taylor King.
What a great first quarter. 14-10 with 10 seconds to go.
Katie Bruner, just a sophomore. Kate Bruner is a senior.
1 second, hold it, and that is the end of the first quarter.
If you need a quality work uniform, rugs replaced, new dust mops to keep it fancy, or your bathroom supplies topped off, call Cintas at 606-679-3703. We'll get you ready for the workday.
I'm Chandler Godby.
And I'm Aiden Wesley, and using Centos is a touchdown in our book.
Thanks, Centos, for your support of the Maroon Athletics.
Looks like we're back live. Brandon Foister, 14-10. Give us your thoughts on that first quarter.
Great basketball competition. It's going to come down to who owns the glass and who doesn't turn it over, because right now it's anyone's game with the flip of a coin. The jumpers came out, scored first. Rockets weathered the storm and got hot. So now it's putting a little bit of pressure here on the jumpers, putting them back on their heels a little bit as the jumpers likes a speed-up game, up-tempo game, to which Coach Noble says, nope, we're going to slow it down and make you play our style.
Enjoying some band in the background here, so.
Lots of music, lots of drums.
Okay, quick
We'll be
shout
hearing that
out
tonight.
to Morgan Renner, who is watching her Rockcastle County Lady Rockets, hoping they can go ahead and beat Somerset, where she won the district championship on this same floor a few years ago. So thank you, Morgan, for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. So she says, go Lady Rockets.
Right. Taylor King's got the ball for the Rockets to start this second quarter. Met with a lot of pressure from that senior Bruner, who's picking up that defensive intensity.
Somerset was out of bounds right there, so they got it back on a jump ball, so she was laying on the end line before we got it in. So, Brandon, right now, my favorite player is 11, Shear.
Yep.
And then for Somerset, it's
Combs,
Combs
number one.
or Bruner. So,
Here's Jalen Dye, kicks it to Combs in the corner. And here's Katie Bruner for a three, draws nothing.
good hustle right there. Just happened to be out of bounds.
Grace followed it out of bounds, but it wasn't there. Talking to her parents in the crowd right now as she's really frustrated with that miss.
Looked like her wrist was just a little off on that follow through, Brandon. So
here is Keely
good pass
King
by-
here, in and out. She was red hot in that first quarter for the Rockets. Dye, the
that's
eighth
gotta be a
grader for the
foul.
Jumpers,
Yeah, it's
comes
gotta be a
out.
foul.
Foul looks like it's going to go to number one, but we'll see. Taylor King, freshman
Jalen Dye
guard.
for an eighth grader just ripped that out and dribbled
Yeah.
right between the double team and done such a good job.
The
of splitting that.
composure out of their youth, from the Jumpers' youth, is really impressive. Really sticks out in this game right now because it's going to be what it's going to take to win this ball game. Fisher in for the Bruner Jumpers, not the Bruners.
Uh-oh.
Hands off here.
What we got here? Jump ball.
Tie up on the floor. Stays with the Jumpers.
I see Josh Bullock down there setting down. If you ever want your windows tinted, I'll go ahead and give him a plug for Pro Tint. Josh Bullock looks a lot like me with the bald head and the beard on the front row.
Okay.
So that is the man with the best window tinting in the entire county. I'll go ahead and give him a plug.
Here is Combs, kicks it out to Katie Bruner. Bruner back to Combs, who dribbles into the lane, lets a short jumper go, in and out. Rebound goes to the Rockets. Number one, Taylor King with it. Dribbles it out to Spivey.
Hey,
for
Brandon,
the Rockets.
I'm getting so old. Whenever you do this printouts again, just make it extra large font for my
Yeah,
eyes, so
I
I don't
need
have
it
to
too.
look down there like that.
KHSAA
Oh, good
is-
steal right here by Bruner,
Here's
going
Grace
in all the
Bruner
way.
off and running. Lays it up and in.
14-12, exactly what we thought it would be coming
Full
into
court
this game,
pressure by
Brandon.
the Jumpers.
2-on-1, how are they going to finish?
Spivey with that long gallop, can't get it to go.
I absolutely love these young girls for Somerset. Look here, getting down the
Kate
floor.
Bruner to Combs down
Whoa,
low. They're going to call her for
okay.
walking.
Okay, good hustle by the Lady Rockets.
Extra steps taken is what they saw.
I know that Morgan agrees with that call.
Kind of interesting where he was behind the play and still made the call on the baseline. So all right.
Oh, good
full
steal,
court
but it got a kick
pressure,
right
and they're
here,
gonna
so-
call as Dye came away with it. We have a long success with the last
Man,
name Dye at
I
Pulaski
really,
County
I
High
really
School.
like Dye and Combs for
Yeah.
Somerset, Brandon.
Great backcourt here by the Jumpers.
They're athletic. Look, her just took the
Combs
ball away.
again. Look at her hands are so active with the basketball. Hands it off here to Mills. Mills loses it. Bruner picks it up. Scooped around. Nobody can hold on to it here. Dye lets it go. It's going to go to now Keely
Wow,
King.
that was a crazy series right there. Somerset should have scored on that one.
Cameron Cash has it. Kicks it out to now Keely King with a short jumper. Lets it go. It's in and out. Mills has the rebound. Kicks it up court to Dye. Lifts it up and in. Timeout, Coach Noble.
30-second timeout.
14-14.
If you need that warm hot tub put in before the cold weather sets in, that roof put on your garage or home, A sign to advertise your new or existing business, or just something big and heavy moved or removed. Look no further than Crane and Boom. They can provide you with the utmost professional heavy lifting services anywhere in the state of Kentucky. Contact Josh Anderson at 606-305-1832 and trust the heavy lifting to us.
All right, we are back, Brendan. 14-14, 5:35 to play in the second. Man, the feel of basketball, it feels like March and February already, Brandon, but we're going to turn the corner, and we're just a very few days away from being into March. But, man, it's a special time of year.
Got us a barn burner in this first game here as the Jumpers battled back to tie it. And there is a little bit of that nip in the air here. Like you said,
nice.
March
They had the press
Bobby
broke.
couldn't hold on to it. She throws it away almost.
That's a foul. 10 at 10 is bringing her arms down.
Kaylee Burdett. And now 32, Carly Smith.
Is it me, or does it seem like they let the girls get away with a little bit more than the boys with the pushing and the shoving and the slapping?
Seems like it's the trend in every college basketball game that I've watched this year, where it's a lot is let loose in the first half, and then it's tightened up where everything's called in the second half. So there's really no way you can get a feel into the game, really, if you're a coach, because you're trying to play by the rules of the game here. So
my player, Shear, and rolls out.
Get it in.
Big rebound by number 30. Wow, good power rebound.
That is Savannah
Santo, okay, I like it.
Grace Bruner to Mills. Now to Jalen Dye, NBA
deep.
3.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow.
An eighth grader.
An eighth grader just pulled that Madeline,
Butcher
30-footer right
right there.
I love the moxie of number 3. Foul, got her across the wrist. I agree. 17-16. What a fun game to call. Brendan, I hope it changes all night long.
Jalen Dye, they're going to whistle up for that foul right there to slow it down here as the Rockets going to inbound underneath their own goal. Santo is looking for the ball that's tipped out by Kate Bruner. Or, I'm sorry, Haley Mills.
Pretty good out-of-bounds play there, but I think she's just a little late with the pass, or she might have had her after she rolled from setting the screen.
Sophie Barnes back into the game for the Jumpers. Man-to-man defense right now with zone principles as Sophie comes out to guard number 11, Taylon Shear, on the top of the key.
I think they're always sinking in that 2-3 sort of a matchup with it, Brendan.
Trying to mess everything up and slow things down for the Rockets here for sure, as they're hard to hold on to it here as a dribble drive by number 4.
Nice pass.
Haley Burdett.
She didn't know how wide open she was and took extra steps.
Number 3, Haven King. Turnover, Rockets.
Haven King with the extra step or two, so now we're bringing it in.
And we got Mills inbounding to Grace Bruner.
These teams know each other really well. That's a good thing about District, because the third time you've seen them, you know everything they're going to run pretty much, unless the coach happen to put in a little something new wrinkle. Not again.
NBA 3.
I thought that was
right
rolling
off
in.
the front
What
of
a
the
good
rim.
rebound.
Big rebound by Santo.
Oh, my
against
gosh.
Bruner. And they're going to say turnover Rockets. It's going to stay with the Jumpers.
I love the hustle so far by Santos, man. She wants it. She is fighting with some energy out there. So, number 30, you got my vote of confidence here.
Inbounding the ball now is Combs. They're going to say 5 seconds. Turnover. Back to the Rockets.
You don't see that too often.
No, that's the first I've seen this season.
We've got to say the student section that wins the girls is Rockcastle County. That's the camouflage.
Absolutely.
They're the only one that showed up tonight out of 4 teams.
Burdett to Santo, who dribbles baseline. She's met with a lot of traffic, stolen away by Bruner. Bruner's off and running with the jumper. She's going to go coast to coast, try to lay it up. Just kind of flung up a prayer and hit the deck.
It got blocked on the way up, Brandon, so still Somerset ball. So we've got a piece of it trying to go underneath. I heard Somerset fans yell, "That's a foul."
Grace is trying to direct traffic with her young players out there, telling Sophie Barnes what's up.
Okay, 2 subs to Rockcastle County. So
here's Combs. Now to die. Thought about that NBA 3 again. Man, I like
foul on number 1 on the drive.
moxie
so
of that
Rockcastle
player.
County, Taylor King picks up the foul. 5'6" freshman. Her second foul. Looks like she may sit out for the rest of the quarter.
Back into the game is Kate Bruner for Sophie Barnes.
And Briley Mullins for Rockcastle County.
We'll eventually get these names down, and then the game will be over, James. That's usually how it goes. That's what happens
But
when
we
I get
get
older.
to call the winner of this game on Wednesday night, so
Yeah,
we'll
that's
remember
right.
a few players for them.
Here is Jalen Dye again for a long 3. Doesn't draw any iron. Grace Bruner's
Foul, I
right there
agree.
to track down every miss.
Foul on number 14, I'll go ahead and tell you, coming over through here.
She's very active without the ball, and that's what you like in a ball player.
First foul on Keely King, 6-foot senior.
Lets it go. It's good.
Somerset
5'7"
takes an
guard.
18-16 lead.
Senior guard at the line here for the Jumpers, Grace Bruner. Again, she is very active. Reminds me a lot of how Sydney plays. Very tough, gritty. Makes things uncomfortable for the other team defensively. Gets in their grill. Kate Bruner, no doubt, plays the same way.
Nice pass. Wow. Went a little too fast, but that was
couldn't
a
connect.
beautiful pass.
All the way up
Trying
to
to back
Cameron
tip
Cash.
it. Almost didn't see it. Double dribble. Okay.
Turnovers. What a contest we got here at the Jumpers up 3, 19-16 here. Maroon Sports Network bringing you the plays.
Brandon, who is the only network to have a live broadcast tonight? Us.
That's right.
We got 2 others here, but it's only radio broadcast.
Wow.
So we are the only one with actual picture. So kudos to us.
I know they're not very happy about it, James. I heard a few weeks ago in our doubleheader about just how we are those new guys on the block that kind of rub some people the wrong way. But, hey, we can still get along. It's Lake Cumberland Sports, and it's Maroon Sports Network. And thank you all for tuning in to Maroon Sports Network.
She got fouled. There's no doubt about it. He could call it on either one he wanted to. So with number 12 right there, so Kate Bruner.
Both teams have managed their fouls really well, so the second half is really going to come down to who's more disciplined here with the ball.
This is probably the biggest lead we've had in the first half, Brandon. It's been 3 points either way or the other. Maybe 4 at one point in time, but nice move.
Carly Smith, man, she is a really fast guard with the ball.
Yeah, and I don't know what else the Somerset girl could have done because she was just standing there, and I understand that she's big in stature, but she really didn't move she stood in the same spot, so I understand that she bumped into her, but I don't know if that was a foul myself.
Absolutely.
Nice free throw.
Carly Smith
Knocks it
puts
down.
it up and in.
19-17, see if she can get them within 1.
2 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the second quarter here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice
I love it
follow
when it
through.
doesn't hit anything.
Yeah.
That almost didn't even hit net. It was so perfect.
Yeah, those new nets put up here today in Pulaski County Gym.
That's because I shot them off last night.
There
Me and
you
Hunter
go.
Brumley. Okay,
There you
folks,
go.
That's why they had
Got
to put
them
up
warmed
their nets
up.
today. Yes.
You and Dalton.
Me, Dalton, and Hunter Brumley.
All right, here's Combs. Going to call the shots at the top of the key. Bruner off to the left side, Bruner to the right side. That's Grace Bruner, number 11, Kate Bruner, number 12. Hand off to Grace. Grace hands off to Kate.
Looks like we're very
Hands
familiar
off to
with this
Mills.
dribble drive handoff.
Mills hands back to Kate Bruner. Bruner at the top of the key, dribbles right. Finds Grace Bruner. Bruner dribbles around, gets to past the elbow, kicks it back to Mills, nothing there. She dribbles it back out to the arc. Finds Combs, moving without the basketball,
ball.
looking for Fisher and could not get it there. And they're going to say it's going to stay with the Jumpers. Jalen Dye is checked back in for the Jumpers here as she's had quite the first half. Grace Bruner going to step to inbound the ball here for the Jumpers.
Oh, good
Stolen
steal
away
right there.
by
Wow. Number 32.
Carly
Hats
Smith.
off to you. Yes, Carly Smith. Carly with the K. What a read.
She's fast. Very quick, low center of gravity. Because Carly Smith is 5'3", and she gets to her spots. Reminds me of Allen Iverson with the ball.
Hey,
here
that's
a little
exactly the type of player Christy Noble loves right there. Hard nose and makes some defensive stops.
Gets the ball where she wants it to go. That's for sure. Carly thought about the jump shot. Met by Shearer. Shearer gets it down to Santo. Back to Carly. 32 back to Santo again. Back out to the top to Keely King.
Wow.
Let's it go.
She just turned and drained it. Steal, look here.
Steal by Carly
foot on the
Smith,
line.
and they're going
She
to say
is
she's out of
everywhere,
bounds.
Brandon.
Smiling real big.
Carly Smith, hats off to you, girl. You want this game.
Well, both teams are getting after it, James, in this first half. It's a good contest right here. As Combs brings it up for the jumper. I'm with you. I like the moxie of Combs here for the jumpers. How she plays. Fisher has the ball for the jumpers down low, kicks it back out to Combs. She's going to look for the call from her sideline from Coach McWhorter. And move a motion, dribble drive offense as Kate Bruner hands to Grace Bruner, dribbles in all the way to the cup. Nothing there.
Good rebound.
As she
Foul
hits
twice,
the deck. Stolen away by Dye. Finds Bruner underneath it. It's good.
I absolutely love Dye. I cannot say it enough.
Big string of events there.
Yes.
Ball game tied, and there is Santo
Nice
underneath.
pass, nice dime, nice assist. Somerset should take one shot here, but we'll see.
I apologize. Kaylee Burdette, I've been saying
Nope.
Santo, hits the shot for the Rockets. Combs for three, in and out. Look good
Now
from here.
Rockcastle can go up 4 or 5. Shear.
Taylor Shearer.
Oh, that's
King
not
looking for contact. Nothing, no call there.
blocked a three-pointer, Brandon. You don't see
Kate
that
to
very
Grace
often.
Bruner, and they're going to call
Charge.
offensive
Set
foul.
up. Who took that? Was that Carly?
Looked like Carly, yeah.
Wow.
Big swing of events there.
Shot up by Carly, and
Got
it
it
is.
up.
Oh,
Off the
that
glass.
looked good.
Look good.
Us at Gobby Realty and Auction, wishing the best of luck to all the boys and girls teams playing in the district and regional tournaments coming up. The greatest time in the Bluegrass, Sweet 16 basketball. Realty and Auction, a real estate auction company that's been in business in Pulaski County for 58 years. If you have a need to sell residential, commercial, farm, or personal property, give us a call. Rick Barker at 606-678-4865.
Hendrickson understands that work is not only a way to satisfy your personal drive and ambitions, but it's also a means for you to provide for yourself and your families.
Paid holidays, paid time off.
You can earn several different bonuses towards the end of the year.
It's the first place I've ever worked where you're not treated like a number. You work for Hendrickson, you're part of the family.
The work schedule, and then also the company-sponsored events. We have pool parties, Christmas parties, softball tournaments, kickball tournaments, all the fun things. And the management knows you. I mean, the management participates. They know everybody by name. It's like a big family.
Becoming a valued member of the Hendrickson team provides you with a full complement of benefits that include medical, dental, health, life insurance, and disability insurance, as well as a flexible spending account, a 401k, and a pension plan. Hendrickson will also offer financial assistance if you decide to adopt a child. Each Hendrickson location also has activities ranging from softball teams, golf outings, to company-sponsored family picnics. Activities vary from location to location based on employee interests and input. Hendrickson feels strongly about promoting and developing from within the organization. Employees are truly our most important asset. Hendrickson, the world rides on us.
Welcome to Somerset, Kentucky, where you can experience the big city feel right here in our downtown. From craft breweries to top-notch dining experiences, savor plenty of local flavor. Shop at our signature boutiques and gift stores or catch a live performance at our newest venue, the Virginia. Our downtown comes alive with sights, sounds, and memorable experiences. With hundreds of miles of trails and streams, outdoor adventure abounds in Somerset, Kentucky. Go hiking, biking, trail riding, ATV riding, or just soak up the sun. Make plans to explore all of our natural wonders. Somerset is the capital of Lake Cumberland and the houseboat capital of the world. With 1,255 miles of shoreline, the water sport activities are endless. Boat, ski, wakeboard, tube, or paddle, we encourage it all. Come explore all of this and more in the spirit of Southern Kentucky. Somerset is rich in arts and agriculture. As the car cruise capital of Kentucky, we offer free family festivals that celebrate art, music, and food. Our downtown farmers market is a community gathering place that supports local producers and craftsmen. Follow our downtown mural trail, which tells Somerset's story through outdoor art experiences. We have something for everyone. Pack your bags and come see Somerset, the spirit of Southern Kentucky.
All right, Brandon Forster, we're back live on the air. We can hear a lot of good band here. We can't hear each other, but that's okay. You know, Somerset's got so many great things. We just played that commercial right there. And, man, they had about a 2-pound heirloom tomato on that scale. So I'm going to have to go to the farmer's market and explore it some more. Jones Produce is normally my main place to go, Brandon, but I like a big heirloom tomato. Do you like tomatoes or
I
not?
love tomatoes. I love a fried green tomato. I love it. And I see Coach Wesley and Officer Wesley coming by here to talk to us here, give us a fist bump here as he is our SRO at the school getting things done. But, yeah, I love a really good fresh picked tomato with a bacon, lettuce, mayo. I like a tomato on any sandwich that I got that's fresh.
Amen.
Love
Amen. We can get along.
I love some
we can
tomatoes,
get along.
James.
So,
Love some tomatoes.
to me, the heirloom is just so much better than just a store-bought tomato that you're just going to walk in and get.
Yeah.
Usually the darker and the uglier it is, the better tomato it is.
Really? I did not know that. Wow. So never judge a book by the cover.
Purple is my favorite.
Okay. And, you know, yeah, good fried green tomatoes, really good.
I got to
It's
figure
my
out a
favorite.
good way to garden those outside the house because mine always gets, I don't know, I won't say bug infested, but something eats away at them, and I've got to find a better way of getting me some good homegrown tomatoes at the house because every year we'll buy some plants from Lowe's, and the little cherry tomatoes are wonderful. I can get hundreds of those.
I love those.
So easiest thing to grow is the little cherry tomatoes and the jalapenos. Man, I get jalapenos by the droves.
I know the Woodcocks, Coach Woodcock, who we were talking about first half, likes to garden their own tomatoes in their yard, and he looks like he's finished his hot dog and still over in the Somerset student section as we speak. Coach Woodcock celebrating a win earlier. Both teams coming back to the court here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. James, second half, who you rolling with so far?
You know, it is hard to call at this point in time. You know, I lean toward Christie because of the coaching, but these young 8th graders from Somerset is sort of swaying me over to their side with their athleticism and the playmaking that they have. I don't know which player right now stands out to me, like who is going to be the one that's going to make the big shot, because to me, Shearer doesn't look to shoot enough, even though I love number 11 for Rockcastle County. But right now, my favorite, you know, probably is number 3, Dye, for Somerset, is probably my early favorite player of the first half, if I had to pick one, with Shearer being a close second. So now saying that, I know it's straddling the fence. I really expect this to come down to free throw shooting and turnovers in the fourth quarter.
I agree with you. I think really Jalen Dye, the 8th grader for the Jumpers, is going to have herself a big half because the Rockets showed in the first half their shooting from Shearer and King really kept them in it. But here's the thing. You got Grace and Katie who's playing cleanup a lot right now for the Jumpers. It's going to open up things for Combs and Dye. Will they be able to connect? That's the thing to watch.
Hey, man, this second half should be full of octane. I hope a lot of people tuned in to watching this because it's exciting. You know, loser goes home, you have no more games. You win this game, you're in the regional tournament. It doesn't matter what happens on Wednesday night.
Yep.
But everything matters in this last 16 minutes out here on this hardwood. And I think you're going to have a lot of ladies that's going to show it with a lot of heart here.
I think so. And you just mentioned it, what I should have been saying all along. Yeah, you punch your ticket to the region tournament. The thing about the 12th region tournament that makes it so special is just get in.
You know,
you get in,
and I
anything can
right here,
happen.
Brandon. I didn't really mention number 32, Carly Smith. That may be my wild card with
Carly
some of the
Smith.
plays that she made in the first half. So, you know, maybe that tilts me a little bit back toward Rockcastle because I really loved the last 3 minutes by Carly Smith of that second quarter.
Her handling the pressure in that first half is really what created that comeback to put the Rockets out front. And when it comes down to coaching, you know, those decisions at the end of the game, it's hard to bet against Coach Noble, who, again, who's been there and done that. So she keeps her team composed. You got to think that they're going to be tough to deal with.
You know, if I have one wish for next year is to get some noise-canceling headphones where you and I can just hear each other in the broadcast because literally I don't know when you're done speaking right now.
I'll hear the drums tonight in my sleep as my head throbs on the pillow, but that's okay because we're doing it all right now for
it's
you
what
all,
it's about.
the
And
listeners.
I love that
Maroon
the bands
Sports
are here.
Network,
I love that we have this competition.
Yeah. The lone trumpeter
That was awesome. That was awesome. I'll
that
agree
made
with
the
you.
trip from Rockcastle County to play at
Kudos.
halftime was awesome.
The star of halftime
A
was
single bandmate played, and it was great.
Okay, Carly Smith worked out that little double team trap. They're still coming after, and she split them up, and Christy come with a quick timeout. Okay.
Already a timeout out
She
of
is so quick and shifty.
out of halftime after we've had plenty to talk about it.
Are with multiple sources. And here at Dung Franklin, we think it's worth more.
Are you serious?
When it comes to trading and selling, Don Franklin invests more in you.
For real?
Not just your vehicles.
Sorry, man. I don't know what came over me.
Happens all the time.
Sell us your vehicles. We really do pay more.
All right, we're back on the air, Brandon Foster. So 2-point game, 11 seconds in. Somerset came with a little two-guard trap, so Christy didn't like what she saw, so she made some
Switching to
adjustments.
2-3.
Okay, Shear, show me what you got.
Shear with the mid-range jumper draws nothing. Out of bounds, going to the jumpers.
I like that she finally took that shot, Brandon, because that's the only shot that it's – and that was really off, but I liked every other shot she's had tonight.
Combs with the ball for the jumpers. Now leading the offense, kicks it off to Kate Bruner. Dribbles left side. Hands off to Grace Bruner. And Grace Bruner is going to call the offense, kicks it to Fisher. Fisher hands it off to Grace Bruner, drives left, throws it up off the cylinder, no call. And here comes Carly Smith, the guard for the Rockets, to bring it up. Slower tempo already to start the second half.
Inside out, number 14, Lily
Keely King.
Good block out for Bruner.
Rebound, Kate Bruner.
Bruner blocked out, the other one rebounded.
Bruner, King on the opposite side. Jalen Dye thought about the long three. Look at that, how quick she got into the lane.
That is so good.
Good composure there by Dye.
She's going to score well over 1,500 points in her high school career.
Absolutely. Very quick.
Pull up.
Shear with the pull up, mid-range, can't find it.
Oh,
Rebound
for two.
Dye. Leading the control here. Gets it up to Kate Bruner, who drives. Passes it over to Combs as she's met with contact by Shearer, and they're going to whistle up Taylon Shearer, 6'1" junior from Rockcastle. Combs has the ball now. Dribbles it up for the Jumpers.
Dye so quick.
Got
that had to be
into
a
the
walk
paint,
or
and they're going
foul.
to call steps. The turnover, Jumpers. As they really did a good job of crowding that lane once she got in there, making it quick for her to make a decision and turn the ball
she had
over.
no place to go there whenever she turned. She didn't expect it.
Looks like she picked up her dribble, gets it over to Cameron Cash, who lets it go. It's good.
What a pretty follow through.
Bruner to Bruner. Kate Bruner drives right, kicks it back out to Grace, who dribbles up to the top of the key to hand off to Dye. Dye now back into the lane, scoops it up
Left-handed.
off the glass.
She switched hands, Brandon. That was a left-handed scoop shot for layup.
Whoa. She doesn't play like an 8th grader.
No.
Tough. Jalen Dye, number 3 for the Jumpers. Here's number 3 for the Rockets. Doesn't follow her own miss and gives up. As that was
deep.
Haven King, I believe. Yep.
Boom. That's your player of the game.
There you
That
go.
is your player of the game. We're
Told
all
you,
ready.
she opens it up for
Timeout,
'em.
Christy Noble.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
All right, back live. Somerset coming out here and storming. You know, my favorite player so far has got to be number 3, Jalen Dye, because she is on fire. That's at least 5 this quarter, if not 7. So I sort of lost track of her. But Brandon, you mentioned she doesn't play like an 8th grader. You know what? She is mature beyond her years. She's confident. She's smooth. She's nice. That left-handed scoop shot, I think she's got 7 this quarter.
Absolutely, and she's listen, it's a guards game in March, and she is looking like a very sound backcourt player for the Jumpers that could make and give this team a push forward to keep their season rolling.
Okay, it's a little different. We got number 14 bringing the ball up the court instead of 32, Trap.
Great defense there by Kate Bruner to turn them over.
You know what? I don't know about the walk, because you got to take 2 steps to walk, and she was falling out of bounds when she threw the ball, so I don't know about that one.
Combs running the point now for the Jumpers, and the defensive pressure applied by Grace and Kate Bruner has also changed things the second half. Here's Grace Bruner driving in.
Yep, she's
They're
set
gonna
up
call
all the
for
time.
offensive foul.
I love 32. I love her, love Carly Smith. Okay, now we go. Carly's got the ball. She's back running point. Let's see if Somerset comes to that early trap. Christie brings up a big tall guard, so when they run it, they can pass
Keely
over.
King. Here's Cameron Cash. Drives right. She's got a wide open lane for a mid-range jumper. Draws nothing. A lot of times, a lot of shots have went up for both teams. Not drawing any iron. That could be nerves. It could be trying to be
Rockcastle
settling
had a
in.
really nice set there, Brendan, for number
Yep.
14 in the corner, but she didn't get the kick pass over there, but
Yep.
she was open, so I expect them to run that set again.
Combs dribbles it out to Kate Bruner. Hands off to Grace Bruner. Back to Dye. She's going to dribble behind the
between
back.
the legs. Oh, my gosh.
In the lane. Scoops it up
Left-handed.
left hand hook. They're going to call the foul on number 11, Shearer, for the Rockets.
She has taken over this game.
That 8th grader is growing up before our eyes right here. My goodness. I don't recall her in our matchup with her, but my goodness. Making a name for herself tonight.
I don't really want to see her another 4 years, because I'm telling you, she's going to get better and better every year. And right now, she is already amazing. Okay, it's blown up to a 5-point lead, biggest of the night for Somerset. So what's Rockcastle County going to do to answer? Because Somerset's come out with everything they've got here in the third quarter.
Here is Carly Smith, the point guard for the Rockets, number 32. Kicks it over to number 10, Cameron Cash. 14, Keely King for three. She was hot in the first half. Rebound, Fisher gets it up to Grace Bruner, who's going to lead the point in charge right now for the Jumpers. Finds Combs. She backs it out. Combs gets it down low to Fisher, who is met by contact, and they're going to call the foul on number 10, Cameron Cash.
I agree. She brought her arm down there, and they didn't rotate back in time for defense right now, so they're a little bit discombobulated, Brandon. I don't know where the offense is going to come from if we can't get it from 14 and 11, and they've had a few good looks, and Shearer missed a couple early, and now we're missing open threes. And
Combs made a really good decision to go high-low there to her center there, number 33, Mackenzie Fisher.
Beautiful looking free throw. I mean, she's got a good release, Brandon. So we'll have a good mid-range jumper. Beautiful follow through. A little hard on that one.
Wearing the black with the purple trim. Very intimidating road
turnover.
Dye with the fake pass. Lays it up off the glass and in. Woo.
8-point lead. This is starting to slip
she is
away.
A player for the Jumpers. Carly Smith now dribbles it out to number 1, Taylor King. Finds Spivey, number 2. And here's Carly Smith going to slow it down, Brandon, and run the offense.
We are in the Kenny Loggins danger zone. If they do not score this trip, it may get away from them.
Spivey not strong with the ball as Kate Bruner almost tried to take it away from her. Here's number 1, Taylor King. They're going to call the foul on, looks like Fisher on the floor.
I agree.
They whistled it up on 33 Fisher because she looked like she might have been out of position a little bit there.
Brought her arm down, slapped across the wrist. So, Shear, what do you got right here?
Spivey with the turnaround in and out.
It's just not their
Rebound,
third
Grace
quarter.
Bruner. Kicks it to the star guard, number 1 or 3, Jalen Dye.
She wanted to pull that one.
Grace Bruner thought about it, met with contact.
She's wide open if they'll come to her.
Here is
She'll pull
Combs, picked up her dribble, kicks it over to Dye. Timeout, McWhorter says she wants to talk it over with her ladies.
We cross-reference the value of your car with multiple sources. And here at Dong Franklin, we think it's worth more.
Are you serious?
When it comes to trading and selling, Don Franklin invests more in you.
For real?
Not just your vehicles.
Sorry, man. I don't know what came over me.
Happens all the time.
Sell us your vehicles. We really do pay more.
We are back.
All right, we've got to thank Don Franklin tonight. Brandon, they're a huge sponsor of every high school in our county. It's not just us, but tonight they've got 4, 5, 6 cars out in the parking lot. So if you ever need that new used vehicle, go ahead and think about Don Franklin.
Absolutely. Don Franklin for all your auto dealership needs. Need a car? Go to the Don Franklin Auto. You'll be met with the great customer service and satisfaction of a car guarantee.
Boom. Okay. I 100% go with Somerset taking this game. 10-point lead is huge in this type of low-scoring affair. So they played such a good third quarter.
It's been so hard for the Rockets to try to score.
And one.
And she might have taken an extra step there, but hey, they're going to give it to her.
I think she's okay on that. I think it was 1-2. So they need this free throw, Brandon, because I thought they were getting on life support down 10 late in the third. Okay, down 7. Stopping the score, and all of a sudden we'll have a game.
It's the free throw where Grace Bruner brings it out to Combs, number 1 for the Jumpers. To number 3, Dye on the opposite wing.
Her
she
fakes
dribbles.
and her ball handling are so good.
Mills in the corner. Taya Mills, number 10.
But they got to pay so much attention to Dye that it frees up other players to have that little short 10, 12-foot jump shot. You have to collapse.
Yeah, she draws a lot of attention right now, and that's the defensive assignment here. Here's Carly Smith for 3. No good. Rebound, Taya Mills. It's out of her hands to Grace Bruner, who's met by pressure from number 2.
I agree.
We saw that Macy Spivey, a 5'9 freshman.
All right, 9-point lead by Somerset, 37-28, 125 to go. But, right now, Sydney Martin put on a heck of a show, and now we got Dye put on a heck of a show. So right now that's my 2 players that lead the 48th District MVP, if there is such a thing.
These guards in the backcourt are just a load for teams, and tonight for the Rockcastle Rockets.
Big. I mean, Somerset's got to turn up with that ball.
Nice play by Taylor Shear to swipe it out of there, but Combs tracks it down. She's going to bring it up. Dribbles into the lane, back out to Sophie Barnes. Barnes finds Mills in the corner, back to Barnes. Opposite wing to Kate Bruner. In the corner to Combs. Grace Bruner has it, dribbles into traffic. Kicks it out to Kate Bruner, dribble drive inside, back out to Combs. Combs walking it over to Mills. Mills back to Kate Bruner. It's dribble drive weave here.
Oh, she got her hands in there.
Spivey's going to run it down.
Nope, out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds.
Good hands by Spivey.
And a question of who it's going to be with. It's possession stays with the Jumpers. Grace Bruner inbounds to Combs. Haley Combs.
Good block by Shear.
And Mills tracks down her own miss. Barnes fighting for the rebound.
Somerset's get every
Grace
loose ball.
Bruner.
Yes, fouled. Seems like, I don't know, Brandon, they just wanted a little more right now in this third quarter. So, what a great third quarter.
28-37 in favor of the Jumpers. Now make it 38-28. 10-point lead for the Jumpers.
See if Bruner can knock down another one to pull the lead out, stretch it to 11, and just miss. So Shear gets the rebound.
Nice rebound by Shear there.
That's a foul from behind.
Ooh,
and good pull up.
Number 1.
Taylor King.
Taylor King.
13 seconds to go, Brandon.
Coast to coast with that. Third quarter winding to a close here. 5 seconds. Kate Bruner to Grace Bruner in the corner for 3. No good. Her shot's been off tonight.
The one-stop shop that has all your sporting needs.
Sports Den has the largest selection of sporting equipment, including the best quality baseball and softball gloves by Wilson, Rawlings, and Mizuno, and bats by Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, and DeMarini. Show off your school spirit and represent your favorite team. Looking for the perfect Christmas gift? Look no further than a Letterman jacket. Sports Den is your number 1 stop shop for the modern athlete and casual fan. Call Sports Den 606-678-4484, conveniently located between stoplight number 19 and number 20 on Highway 27.
All right, we are back, 38-30. Briar Jumpers with probably, I would have to say, I've not watched, obviously, more than one game of theirs this season, but it'd be hard-pressed me to find a better quarter than what they just played right at the end of this floor.
In this game right now, we said it's a coin flip, and now with an 8-point lead for the Jumpers, still the Rockets don't find themselves out of this. Every possession matters. Over to the corner now to Combs. Thought about a 3, kicks it back out to Grace Bruner. Bruner throws it away.
Okay, that's a good stop by Rockcastle County coming out to start the fourth quarter. So, yes, Brandon, they need to string together 4 or 5 stops in a row.
McWhorter clapping her hands
nice
together
back
in frustration,
cut.
knowing that
Shear. Keely
Changes
King
things.
to Shear. Beautiful play right there. Good
Two-man
set by Christy
basketball.
Noble. Down 6. That's only 2 possessions, Brandon.
Ties met by King or Smith, number 32. Kate Bruner to try to slow it down, finds Grace in the middle. She drives. She's met by contact on the floor. They're going to call the foul on
Okay, next foul, Brendan. We will have one in the bonus for Somerset. So if they can knock down the bonuses, they should be in good shape. But you start missing one or two of those.
Number 32, Carly Smith, was the foul on. Here's Combs now with the ball. This fourth quarter action underway. Kate Bruner down to Fisher, two-man basketball. She's met with a foul on Shearer.
Okay, she shot 2 free throws last time. First one was pure money. Second was just a little long. So I know for sure that she will at least hit one of these two.
McWhorter deciding to put the ball down low and try to make every possession matter here. First free throw's no good. Second free throw's up. No good as well.
Got her own rebound. That is ridiculous, Brandon.
Wow.
When you
could be a big
when
play.
you do not block out the shooter, Christy Noble will go crazy over something like that right there. One of those two girls had the job of blocking out the free throw shooter. I don't know which one, but I promise you that was one of their assignments.
That could be a difference maker right now here as she's going back to the line to shoot here and make up the difference for what she missed before. Free throws up. It's good.
Cost them either one or two. We will see.
Low-scoring, tight contest here in this second game of tonight's doubleheader where the Maroons came out victorious against the Casey County Rebels in the first match.
Another offensive rebound. That wins games. In my
Another
mind,
offensive
Somerset
rebound.
will not lose after that right there.
Jalen Dye now slowing it down, finding Kate Bruner.
Kick out,
Dribbles
wide open
around
three.
Shearer.
Feet set. Booyah.
That's good.
I hate to say it, but I'm calling ball game right now.
That's a big play right there. Grace Bruner, big shot there.
Walk. Yep.
Look at that defense from Fisher. Causes Taylor King to run into a wall and then turn it over.
2 offensive rebounds off missed free throws. You end up giving them 4 points. They shot 4 free throws and hit a 3 on that possession.
And back into the game for the Rockets is number 4, Burdette. Checking in for Taylor King after that turnover. Here is Grace Bruner driving left. Had a lot of success that way this quarter. Met with a turnover as Keely King has the ball. Kicks it out to Taylon Shearer. Back to King. King thought about the 3, dribbles around, throws up a mid-range, no good. Rebound, Jalen Dye.
I thought she had one more pass right there, Brandon, for an open girl underneath the basket right there. But
Dye to Combs, back out to the left-hand wing to Kate Bruner, who's going to slow it down and dribble it up to the top of the key. Rockets in a man-to-man with a zone principle here, 1-3-1 zone.
They're content to run time off the clock up 10 right here.
Grace Bruner wide open.
Block.
Met by Keely King with a foul.
I guess on the follow-through, but looked like she got there just in time. But that's a good seal out by Somerset right there. She would not let her around. So well coached.
Grace Bruner to the line, shooting 2. First one's up, it's good.
Well, your friend, Cassandra, has coached a heck of a ball game, Brendan.
She was a heck of a point guard, James, in the 12th region, and all anyone can handle. 2001, all region, all state, got her a Division I scholarship. Heck of a player and a Lincoln County Patriot alumni.
Boy, if they ever needed a basket, they did there. But
right there.
You know, you're still
Keely
down 10,
King.
so unless you can string together 3 or 4 stops here, you know, Somerset scores the next couple trips down the floor, there's going to be no catching up.
Jalen Dye again. I said second half would be all upon her, and her and Combs have handled the challenge really well here for the Briar Jumpers. I was getting ready to say the Bruners. I say that all night.
Whoa.
Dye dancing on that line there. And
okay, full timeout. Let's do another commercial.
Full timeout by the Jumpers.
If you need that warm hot tub put in before the cold weather sets in, that roof put on your garage or home, a sign to advertise your new or existing business, or just something big and heavy moved or removed, look no further than Crane and Boom. They can provide you with the utmost professional heavy lifting services anywhere in the state of Kentucky. Contact Josh Anderson at 606-305-1832 and trust the heavy lifting to us.
All right, we are back. Josh Anderson, our shout out to you, man. Crane and Boom, if you need anything moved, heavy equipment-wise, see our man Josh Anderson. You can't find a finer gentleman in all of Southern Kentucky.
Crane and Boom used to be the pit master of barbecue, Josh Anderson, but now Crane and Boom. No, I got my Josh Andersons mixed up, right? I'm thinking of baseball star.
You're thinking
Josh
baseball.
All right.
This is the Josh Anderson.
The Josh Anderson, yes, absolutely.
Get your smoke on,
Get
Josh
your smoke
Anderson,
on,
son.
Josh Anderson. I'm thinking of that. Never mind. So, yeah, we love all of our Josh Andersons here at Pulaski County High School.
Sometime I think he just needs to smoke a whole pork butt just for Brandon and James.
That would be awesome.
MSN feast for a banquet at the end of the
Tell
year.
you what, the FCCLA hallway treating our teachers Friday at school to pork barbecue nachos. Great choice. It was excellent.
All right, getting down in the final 5 minutes, down 10, so that's 4 possessions. So that's getting a little out of reach here. Oh, good steal right here.
Spivey, number 2, dribbling it out here for the Rockets. Goes coast to coast, lays it up off the glass, rolls in. It's every part of the cylinder to go in.
Whoa.
And Grace Bruner off of her leg. Double dribble, turnover, back to the Rockets. There's some life in the Rocket crew now with 4 minutes, 30
Spivey did
seconds.
both of those turnovers, Brandon.
Changed it. Spivey,
Yes.
a freshman, coming in here for
That
the Rockets.
was a nice layup. It's almost like she had some hang time when she went to finish that.
Long stride, too, for Spivey. Reminds me a lot of Hannah Murray.
Our Sydney Resch.
At the very top of the key is Keely King for 3. No good. Rebound here is Dye for the Jumpers, finding Kate Bruner ahead on the front court. High pass from Kate Bruner, almost turned over as Spivey was in there.
And you know, Brandon, they got only 3 fouls on Somerset right now, so.
And great decision there by Dye to dribble in and get the contact.
Is that a little frustration foul, or was that just a little bit of being a savvy player and sort of instigating the foul?
I was going to say, very early here, you don't need to start getting to that strategy yet, but miscommunication there, and there is Dye to take advantage, to extend the lead to 9 for the Jumpers.
Beautiful lefty.
Off
I
the
thought
front
they had
iron.
another offensive rebound.
Rebound to Sant Burdette, number 4 Burdette. Here's Carly Smith in the corner. Thought about it. Kicks it out to the top to Keely King. Keely's going to eye her offense. Gets it over to the guard, senior guard, Carly Smith, who's met by Combs. Almost turned it over here as Dye meets her at the top of the key. Dribbles in.
Okay, I thought
Contact is made. Foul
got
is called.
33. I thought I saw 12 get the arm myself there, so I think 33 sort of got the bad end of the deal on that foul call.
4th team foul for the Jumpers here. Spivey inbounds, trying to find Shears, met by Fisher, and they're going to call
foul.
Not a jump ball, but
again.
instead on Fisher on the floor.
I think at this time, Brandon, they're just trying to even the fouls up. It's 10-3, now it's 10-5.
Interesting discrepancy there in team fouls in the second half. I was looking at up here on the board.
Which I can't say anything. I think it's been a pretty well-called game.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Shear underneath, gets position, puts it up and in.
Okay, 7-point
Dye
lead
now
with 3:30
brings
to
it
go.
up to avoid the pressure.
Back tip,
Tip
wow.
back.
Spivey again. That was all Spivey.
Keely King has it. Did not see anybody behind her
No.
as Kate Bruner comes whistling in for the turnover. Carly Smith pushes Kate Bruner.
Okay, she can't have any more. Man, they were about ready to make a run, Brandon, until they turned it over right there. So that's a huge steal.
All at the free throw line. Outside, Kate Bruner has had a few attempts, who's not been able to connect so much tonight.
Whoa.
Misses everything on that attempt. She looks up at us for advice.
Yeah. we did get that on air, so Miss Bruner, that was a little short.
I don't know what to tell you, young lady. Just follow through. There you go.
Hey, that's the best way to forget about it. You just stroke the next one.
Puts it up and in.
Yeah. Okay, 8-point lead. They're going to have to score every trip.
Jumpers
Spivey.
back in a 2-3.
Spivey gets the
Spivey
roll.
puts it up and in.
2-possession game, Brandon, with 3 minutes to go. Let's see if the Lady Rockets got anything here for Somerset. Die. Beautiful.
Die.
That was strong. Wow.
Big basketball play right there.
That was huge. Foul.
And Keeley King gets fouled here, and the foul is on number 1, Combs.
I feel like we're going to have a lot of timeouts, and this last 2:43 is going to take about 16 minutes. That's one way that you do not make a comeback.
Yep.
Every point is so critical.
Especially at the line at this point. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in this contest.
Missed them
And
both.
misses them both. Rebound tracked down by that guard. 8th grader Die for the Jumpers. Feel have a feeling. And Mills finds herself into a trap, and they're going to call a turnover.
They were dying for a timeout down here, so they almost had it, so they saw it coming. So, still live with that turnover, but.
Here is number 11, number 1, Taylor King, trying to find Shearer down low. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Rockets.
That's a good cut. I like it. I like that little back cut.
Taylor King in the corner as Keeley King inbounds. Looking for
Turnover.
Shearer and misreads turnover as Combs got it and runs. Throws it up.
Foul on the floor.
Fouls
I
on
agree.
the floor.
She got bumped from behind.
And they're going to call on Burdett.
You know, anything can happen, Brendan, but I really, 99% accuracy, you can call this one for Somerset. They've just played so well throughout, making all the big plays. Dye's layup on that last trip was just, you know, I know you're within 2 scores. We need a basket. I'm going to go get us one.
These guards have really changed things here for the Lady Jumpers team. They're going to be really, really tough to handle going forward. In the region, you know, you got to like your guard play going into a tournament like that.
Regional tournament's going to be fun.
Taylor King up for the Rockets in a hurry as they're trying to find something going here in this final 2 minutes here. Burdett looking for
Turnover.
King, turns it over. Grace Bruner has it to Combs. Combs can't handle it. It's out of bounds, and it's going to go with the Rockets.
That's where Cassandra just says, pull it out, pull it out. I just want time to come off.
And here comes Taylor King in a hurry. Kicks it over in the corner to Shearer. Thought about the 3. Puts it on the floor. Lays it up off the front iron. Rebound. Fought for both teams as Grace Bruner hits the deck. Gets it out to Spivey. Spivey back to Burdett. Can't handle the ball, and it's turned over.
That's how it's going for Rockcastle right
Turned
there.
over again as Shearer has it.
And back
tapped. Sloppy game here. Looks like Dye took a spill there.
That's one that they cannot afford to lose. She would play every second of every minute of my ball game.
Absolutely. Very sloppy action there.
All right, minute 39 to go, Brandon. We'll take it out the rest of the way here with no more commercials. But, you know, Di, to me, is by far the most impressive player. I can't believe she's just an 8th grader.
Took over, and it didn't have to be offensively in the second half. Took over and controlling what it was that the Jumpers was going to do. She really set the pace for them, and I don't think the Rockets had any answer because they've been really lacking that this second half. What was working for them in the first half simply was taken away, and they just couldn't get anything going offensively.
I'd like to pretend that I just heard anything that you said, so I'm just going to pretend that what you said up here at the top.
It seems like when we try to talk, the band gets louder.
That's why it's a good time to go to commercial, so we don't have to worry about what each other's saying. 9-point lead, minute 39 to go. Somerset Lady Jumpers in firm control. Looks like it's a collision course for the Lady Maroons versus the Lady Jumpers. It's going to be exciting on Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Should be a good one. Crosstown rivals in the rubber match. Jumpers, Maroons for the title.
Simple
But
little
not
inbounds
before Keely King has anything to say about it. The Lady Rockets now down 7 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go as Grace Bruner breaks the pressure, goes all the way to the cup, lays it up and in. Solid player for the Jumpers.
Oh, see,
corner
that's a microcosm of their night. She goes to throw it off her leg, and it doesn't go off her leg. It's a turnover. They get it going the other way, and then she's got a foul. But it seems like every break that could have went against them has win against them. But now a lot of that Somerset induced.
Yep.
So that was a good pressure defense in the corner. So
Cameron Cash with the turnover for the Lady Rockets.
And look who's shooting the free throws, Brandon.
8th grader Jalen Dye. That makes a difference. I believe it was the play that you called late in the third quarter where you saw her make a play that you're like, that's ball game right there. I remember you saying that, and I think you're right. She really sets the tone.
I figured she'd got her own rebound off the miss right there as well. She's played
minute 10 seconds. That's been what kind of night it's been for her. And Kate Bruner comes over the back of Taylor King, and they're going to whistle her up for a foul.
Okay, they're finally in the bonus for Rock, so that's one thing you don't want to do is extend the game and let them shoot free throws with no time coming off the clock. So Coach Cal can tell you how to extend the game and make it really long with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if Cassandra watches him, we got a lot of ball game left to go.
Absolutely. You know, it's this team got into what it was that they wanted to do tonight by design. Well-coached, good game plan coming into this, and it's not going to be any cakewalk for the Maroons coming in here Wednesday night.
All right, here we go. 8-point game, and look, she's so good through traffic. Right hand, left hand, that's a foul. She got mugged, and she just fouled out. Number 32 is now out of the game.
Carly Smith, the senior guard.
So, hey, she played right up to the last minute of the game, Brandon. So she's got a lot of fight in her, a lot of heart. So
yeah, senior guard playing her possible final game as she goes to the sideline.
Fans give her an ovation. So her last game, probably more than likely. Okay, Dye just missed one, Brandon. It was bad short. Barely hit the front of the rim. But what I've learned about these Somerset girls, they may miss the first one. Second one's good. So they've done that multiple times. The motion that you see down there, and I see you seeing it. Look there, I told you.
Basketball, Kentucky high school basketball, man.
If it didn't mean anything to you, then don't play the game.
That's exactly right. I love it. That's exactly right. Well, we're hoping our boys have the same luck tomorrow. Rebound goes to Keely.
Okay, full timeout by Christy Noble. Down to a 7-point game, but I'm afraid without three-point shooters, it's so hard to come back if you're trading 2 for 1s down 7. Now, if you get an occasional stop and a 3, then it's a whole lot easier to do. But to me, so far, number 14, I think, is the only one that I've saw attempt a 3 for Rockcastle County. I've not seen any of the guards shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah, and right now, both teams are very susceptible to turning the ball over. So you got to like that full court pressure that you can throw at them to.
I don't know, dude. Di can dribble through anything. So I don't. You about to have to triple team her to get the ball away from her. Yeah. I'm a huge Di fan.
Her handles.
Now Wednesday night it's going to be hard for me to say that because we're going to be against her. But man, I'm telling you what a nice young player.
We'll keep these.
Well, 7-point game with 47.6 to go. Brendan, we're going to be talking a whole lot this week. So
Yes,
tomorrow
we
night
are.
I'm going to throw some Nate Unthink on the live broadcast with you.
Yeah.
So
Nate does a really good job. A young beat reporter here in town, gets to go to all the media responsibilities for UK athletics, and he's a sophomore at Pulaski County High School, and he's a great young man. He'll bring his basketball knowledge and prowess to Maroon Sports Network with us as much as he can this week.
See, look there. She dribbled right through 3 of them. back on through here, and we still got a long way to go in this game because there's going to be a lot more fouls, I think. But I think Christy might be down to one timeout because I think I've tracked 4 that they've called.
She'll watch how these free throws go, no doubt, see what she's going to call. And
Okay,
force that.
miss the first, hit the second.
Yep.
It's the MO of their last 5 times down the court.
Checking back into the game is Keely King.
Had to get the three-point shooter back in.
She got red hot in that first quarter and second quarter, and then they just went
Boom.
ice cold the second half. Taylor King picks it up, brings it up for the Rockets, picks up her dribble, down to Spivey. Spivey looking at her options, finds it down
Trade
low.
2 for 1 again, but they're running out of time. 6-point game. They got to have a
trying to
turnover.
foul. They get Dye back at the line, fouled by Taylor King.
Let's see if she can break the cycle of shooting the first one short and stripping the second one.
Yep.
So that's what she's done the last 3 times, I think. So I know at least the last 2 times, but okay, I'll predict short off the front of the rim. Nope, drained it. And the second one should be good. Good knee bend, good follow through, swish.
Inbound to Shearer.
Foul. Yep, I agree.
Who is fouled by Grace Bruner, maybe.
Okay, the one thing you do not want to do is stop that clock and make it go on as long as it can right here. But you know, Rockcastle to me's had trouble shooting free throws so far. So you know, at best, I think she might come out of 1 out of 2 here. Substituting defense for offense is what Christy's doing at this point in time. Nice free throw. Brendan, one night here this week, we're going to have 12th Region Sports here live on us, talking about maybe
absolutely
Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. So we'll make that announcement when we find it out. And
we have an announcement tomorrow before the boys' game. Special announcement that wanted to be made by Miss Jelena Edwards. She wanted to come on pregame for, she said, 10 seconds. Make a special announcement to our viewers, but
pregame tomorrow night.
Before
are
the
we
boys.
game 1 or game 2 tomorrow night?
We're game 2 tomorrow night,
Game
my
2.
understanding.
Okay.
Which it's going to be a late one tomorrow. We'll have the first game action. It'll be the Jumpers and the Rockets.
I wonder how many points Dye has. I'm going to lean toward the 25 range.
Yeah, I would say so. 25, 27. Coach Atkins still here watching the action go down as he knows he's getting all the scouting in.
Whoa.
Almost shedding that line there. Here's Taylor King dribbling in, find Keely King for 3.
This missed everything.
Rebound. Haven, I believe it is.
They cannot hit a 3. They've shot and shot and shot and just cannot make one, Brendan. Well, fans, 13 seconds to go. We'll do a 30-second post game and get out of here, Brendan, rest our lungs and get ready for tomorrow night. Missing free throws certainly doesn't help here. Mr. Stikes.
All right.
Yeah, Landon's dad.
Landon's dad.
Here we go, 58-50, and they can't foul. Time's running out, and looks like they quit fouling. Back it out, 6 seconds, don't shoot it. Good decision. Back it out. And an 8-point lead and win by the Lady Jumpers, 58-50. Brandon, give us the final thoughts before we get off the air and come back live tomorrow night.
Jumpers punched their ticket to their 12th region tournament and to the district championship. Their guard play is outstanding, and I think, you know, I don't recall this being like that in the first 2 competitions that we had with them, but it's, you know, this time of year, your guard play is all you need. It's going for you, and they're going to be a handful. I like Jalen Dye and Combs and the Bruners bring you tough defense, so it's going to be a handful for our young Madeline Butcher and Maggie Holt, but I like her chances. So, Maroons, Jumpers here. Wednesday night. Should be a good one.
All right, we're off the air. See you tomorrow night.